How's it going, everyone? And welcome to episode 2 of my series, Artifact Hunter. In this series, I will start with a fresh level 65 account that has no artifacts on it, and one by one, hunt them all down in New World, showing you how I go about getting them all, and how long it takes me to get each one of them. Before we get into it, please consider giving the video a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps out massively. If you're just here to see how I got certain artifacts, feel free to use the timestamps to jump to specific ones, but if you're here to follow me through the entire Artifact Hunter journey, let's get started. Last time out, we hunted and acquired the featherweight, attuned leather pants, and ghoul gloves. If you missed that episode, links to it will be in the top right of this video and in the video description below. Go check that out if you want to see how long it took me to acquire those artifacts, and learn a bit more about the rules this series will follow. Since episode 1 dropped, we had a whole new batch of artifacts released with season 5. That means I have to add these additional artifacts to the hit list, and this is how it's shaping up after doing so. If you're wondering how to get any of these new artifacts, a link to a video showing you how to get them all will be in the top right of this video and in the video description. I wanted to start things off in episode 2 with a rather easy artifact to acquire to get the ball rolling, so I decided to go after the medium headwear, Djinn Headwrap. This isn't a very useful artifact, as it only reduces the base duration of non-crowd control debuffs on your character by 20%, but it's pretty cool looking for the transmog collection. Plus, I needed to knock it off the list if I was going to obtain every artifact. It hasn't been confirmed or not yet if the drop source of this artifact is bugged or not, as it's supposed to drop from any monster in the game as long as you have the infused Boon of Artemism potion active. But since it's been released, it's been dropping from Elite Beast Lord chests over in the Elysian Wilds. So with that in mind, I headed over to the Elysian Wilds and started hopping from chest to chest. The first 5 chests I opened, I didn't get lucky, but I didn't mind, as these chests dropped amazing items, so I was making money while I was hunting for this artifact. My luck turned around though on chest number 6, as I finally got the Djinn Headwrap to drop, after about 30 minutes of chest hopping. It's for sure a pretty awesome looking piece for the transmog collection. Shortly after getting Djinn to drop, I noticed someone mentioned in recruitment chat that Scorp was almost up, so I figured I might as well head over there and get the kill in, and start my grind for the hardest open world artifact currently out, in the spear, Scorpion's Sting. The Scorpion's Sting is a very unique artifact in that it's a spear that completely changes the way the javelin skill works. Instead of just knocking your opponent down, it will pull your opponent towards you, kind of like Scorpion in Mortal Kombat. It also makes the ability do 100% weapon damage now, but at the cost of increasing the default cooldown by 33%. Even with the increased cooldown though, this weapon can be very powerful, allowing you to bring your opponents to you, to then switch to something else and finish them off before they get up. This artifact drops from the open world boss, Scorpio Supernal, over in Brimstone Sands. It's not unlike other open world bosses, in being pretty tricky to kill, and needing a group to do so, but what makes this one especially painful to grind is the fact that he only spawns once every 90 minutes. That's because Scorpio only spawns at the start of a night cycle in New World, which lasts for 30 minutes, and he only spawns once during this period. Knowing that a day cycle is double the night in 60 minutes, we can come to the conclusion that Scorpio spawns every 90 minutes. Now, to be the most efficient I could be with this grind, I decided after my first kill, I would set a timer for 80 minutes. Then, I would go around hunting other artifacts in the meantime, and whenever that timer would go off, I'd have 10 minutes to get back to Scorpio and get another kill. Most of the time the night cycle starts in my server, there's groups being formed to take down Scorp in recruitment chat, so I would just head over, join a group, and get the kill. With my plan all set, I headed over for my first kill of the grind. To my utter surprise, I was blessed with the Scorpion's Sting artifact on my very first kill, saving me an immense amount of grind time. After an astonishing 5 minutes of grinding, I managed to knock off the hardest open world artifact, making it the first hard difficulty artifact we got on the account. It isn't the most impressive looking spear in the game, but it can be used to make some very unique builds. So I decided that since I usually play fire stuff on all my other accounts, I would switch it up for this character and instead make a build around this artifact to see how I like it. But with my spear in hand, I started thinking on what the final artifact I wanted to hunt for this episode would be. I wanted to go after one of the newly released artifacts, and since I just got Scorpion's Sting, I decided I might as well go ahead and finish off the set of spears, and go for the other spear artifact, Venom. Venom is a pretty unique spear that can be used to make some pretty lethal builds, if used right. And that's because it makes heavy melee attacks inflict poison on your target, dealing 20% weapon damage for 5 seconds. This effect occurs for either weapons as well, so it's useful even if Venom isn't in your hands. This artifact drops from the Siren Queen within the Spire of Melpomene trial over in Reekwater. You need a Siren tuning orb to start this trial, which can be crafted at a stone cutting table. I was lucky enough to find a group in recruitment chat for this trial, and they had a couple of orbs as well we could use. But once we all got to the location, we got to grinding. Unfortunately, I didn't get as lucky as I did with the previous spear, as after kill number 1, I didn't get the drop yet. But the group was willing to go again, and after kill number 2, my luck was back. See me get the drop I was after, Venom. I also got a couple of loot crates from the Siren Queen as well, but they didn't give me anything of use. The dark matter from the trial was nice though. Each kill of the boss took me roughly 2.5 minutes, so after 5 minutes of grinding, I had myself the awesome looking spear artifact, Venom. But with 3 new artifacts added to the collection, I decided to call it a day. The collection is starting to shape up nicely, and so is my new build. It still needs a lot of work, but I'm really enjoying pulling creatures in before smashing them with my Great Axe. It's a really fun combo. Throughout this period, I have also been working on a couple of Glacial Tarn mutated runs and Elite Corrupted portals to knock out some of those artifacts as well, but no luck on that end as of late. By the end of episode 2, we add an additional 3 artifacts to the collection, with a very minimal grind time of 40 minutes. That's a massive decrease from episode 1's 2 hours and 40 minutes of grinding. But now we have 6 artifacts in the bank, from 3 hours and 20 minutes of grinding. Pretty impressive. Let me know what artifact you'd like to see me hunt for next. I would like some kind of jewelry to improve my build further, but I'm open to anything. Also, if you're enjoying this series so far, please consider giving the video a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you'll be notified when the next episode goes live. But until next time, have a good one. Thanks for watching another video, and a massive shout out to all the channel members and patrons who help support the channel. If you'd like to watch the next episode of Artifact Hunter, if it's available, click on the video to the left. Or, if you'd like to learn how to get all of the new artifacts that came out with Season 5, click on the video to the right.